Okay, I'm going to try and make this as quick as possible. This has taken a few attempts and it's just gone on way too long. Trump's recent interview with Fox News. Ah, damn. Damn. I feel bad for him. I actually feel bad for him. If I was part of that legal team, I would take Trump's phone and I would smash it. And if he ever even hinted about giving a live interview, I would slap him and yell at him. And then I'd send him to his room, like the moronic child he is. So, Trump's legal team is not the best there is. He can't get the best there is for two reasons. One, he never pays his bills, and the best lawyers do not work for free. He has a horrid reputation of never paying people who work for him. So, yeah, that rules out a lot of them. Secondly, high-end lawyers do not take cases that they know they can't win. That should say a lot. The best lawyers in America know that they can't win these cases with Trump. I'm not saying that they can't, but it's not a definite. So, Trump's legal team, not the best of the best. Rudy Giuliani comes out and says, oh, collusion's not a crime. Technically, no, collusion by itself not a crime, but context matters. And in the context where Donald Trump did collude with Russia, that is a crime. That is a very serious crime, because that is getting a foreign government to get you intelligence to help you win to help you win the presidency. Essentially, Russia got Trump the presidency. That's a different kettle of fish, though. So, Trump went to Fox News again and gave an interview. Now, this interview really highlights why Trump's legal team, who is not the best, will not let him sit down with Mueller. Because he will lie and he will perjure himself. Bear in mind, Bill Clinton did not get impeached because of the affair. He got impeached because he lied about it. And Trump will lie. Trump is a pathological liar. You only have to follow his tweets for a couple of hours before he will contradict and lie. I know a lot of people still support Trump. And in fact, I had a conversation before I left work. Trump's really smart. He's got this whole grand plan. No, he's not. Trump is a dumbass. And he is going down. So again, this interview, if you can find it, more power to you. If you can sit through the whole thing. It took me a while and killed me off. But during this interview, Trump said moronic things like, hey, if they impeach me, the stock market will crash. Okay, stock market is going to crash because of Trump's repulsive taxing system, his wealth redistribution. It has led to the stock market artificially inflating. The most simple way of putting this is, pretend I give you £1 and I convince you that £1 is worth £5. So for every £1 you spend, you think you're spending £5. But you're the only person who actually thinks this, and by the end of the month, all those £4 that you actually owe for every 5 that you spent, well, that bill comes in and you haven't actually got the money to pay that. That essentially is what's going to happen. The stock market is going to crash. Last time it was artificially inflated to this size. It crashed and it led to the American Great Depression. Now, this was going on under Obama. This is not just a Trump thing, but Trump cranked it up to 11. And with all this wealth that multi-billionaires have accumulated and CEOs have accumulated, they've not passed it on because trickle-down economics does not work. It has never worked, and it is not practiced. It is only preached. But with all these tax breaks, all they've done is stock buybacks, which, again, is artificial inflation, and that bubble will burst. That bubble will always burst. So Trump being in power, not good for the American economy, especially with the trade wars and everything else, tariff wars and everything else. Secondly, he said, I don't know how anyone could impeach someone for doing such a great job. Really? You done a great job? Really? Okay, so employment are low, that's fantastic. But just like here, it depends on what the employment is. If you are working 40, 50, 60, 70 hours a week, but you're not getting paid enough to make ends meet, that is not sustainable. And that is nothing to boast about. But again, that's what he's doing. Space Force. Space Force! Oh, I loved Space Force, I really did. The idea of it tickled me. Turns out that wasn't even Trump's idea. The whole Space Force thing goes back to 2016, and it was contractors who found dealing with the Air Force too tricky and cumbersome, and they couldn't get all the money that they wanted through the Air Force because the Air Force were just too savvy for them. So they wanted a separate branch of government where they could sell all this other crap and waste money and, you know, the usual things that private military contractors love to do. So, yeah, that's that gone. Education, gutted. Not drain the swamp. In fact, you put the most corrupt people you could possibly find in the worst possible places. Consumer Protection Agency is led by someone who has actively destroyed it and whose successor will more than anything be someone who just carries on his work. Pick one of a number of different things. Trump has not been a good president. He has constantly insulted his allies, not just US allies, but his actual allies. He threw Comey under a bus, and look where that's got you. In the interview he gave, he admitted that Comey was telling the truth. That Comey did pay off Stormy Daniels, and that was an incline campaign contribution, which is illegal, which is very illegal, which is massively illegal, and that's going to fuck over Trump. It is, just point blank. It's not just Comey, it's not just Mueller, it's not just investigation for embezzlement from charities that Trump and his family have set up. I mean, you are a special kind of scumbag if you set up a charity to help children with cancer and then you use that money to pay off your own damn legal bills. But that is Trump, Ivanka, Eric, and Don Jr. for you. So during this interview, he admits to a number of different felonies that he has committed. Trump's legal team should have tackled him to the ground and gagged the dumbass. Because now he's on national TV, well, now he's online, so he's internationally admitting that he has broken the law. Trump's done. This is it. He's gone. As I said, it's not just Comey, it's not just Mueller, it's not just the embezzlement. Trump has got so many things going against him right now, and the idiot that he is just went on TV and admitted to quite a few of them. He sits down with Mueller, he's going to perjure himself. But even without that, he's now on the record admitting to very, very serious crimes. I mean, This man is so painfully stupid, so unbelievably ignorant of reality, that they will be banging on the door with cuffs and he won't even know which door to run out of.